2, 3. Hey there, Soulshine. It's Michelle here. I should say that with a little more definition. I am Michelle, and I am inviting you to wake up and live. And I just shit on myself. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I am Michelle, and I wanted my name to be separate from my next phrase, and I noticed it just kind of blurred right into it. Hello to whoever is watching. Thank you for watching. It's like 11 o'clock my time. My friend just left. It's been a crazy day, and now I'm wondering a little bit more about something that happened. Sleep master. I love it. You're sleep master, and yet you're awake. um, so, today I want to talk about I want to talk about what happened, a conversation I had earlier today. I was talking about to someone, she's a healer, and we were talking about what's been going on for the last few months for me. Why have I been sick? And like how I really want to step out, why I got really sick in the presenting yourself class when that it's one thing to come on a daily video, it's another to present myself in a public setting, to be there live in person, to feel that energy from the audience coming back to me, to have that immediate feedback from people that I can see whether or not they're telling me the truth. I mean, I believe all of you guys when you tell me that you like what I say. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we talked about. Now, for her, she calls herself the Phoenix, and the whole Phoenix cycle is what she relates to the most, but she can recognize the association with the butterfly. So you have the caterpillar, and he's crawling along, and then caterpillar has so much purpose. It's going places, it has purpose, it's moving along. And then it becomes time for a change. And now this caterpillar starts hanging upside down. And I was thinking about how many times in my life I felt like my life was upside down. And was I really just in that phase of becoming a butterfly? And then it builds a cocoon. And apparently it's part of what becomes a cocoon is its own body. And sounds pretty painful to me. But it builds this cocoon, and then it dissolves and it becomes goo. So this caterpillar is just goo inside of the chrysalis. And then somewhere along the way it transforms and it becomes a butterfly, and then it has to like break out of the cocoon and then dry off its wings and fly. And the question is where am I at in this phase? Am I a butterfly or am I goo? I'm pretty sure I've at least built the chrysalis, and with how I've been feeling lately, I feel like she called it a crisis, and this made sense. It's this phase of my life, and she says there's a lot of epic healers. She calls them epic healers, and a lot of epic healers have been going through this thing lately, where we're just in this place of, if you give me one more thing, I don't know if I can make it. I'm gonna fall apart. I'm gonna break. I mean, like, seriously, sometimes just even doing the video feels like all I can do in a day. And I don't like that part of me. I don't like being in that place. But today, talking to her and realizing that maybe it's just the phase I'm in, maybe it's just the part of the cycle I'm in. And instead of being all upset myself for being incapable of doing more, and the thought of like, are you serious? You want me to do one more thing? She felt strong. She was like, I don't even feel like I'm supposed to offer you my 90-day program because I feel like you're in that same place. That if one for you, that would be something that would keep you from getting out of bed. And then I talked to somebody later in the day, and I was feeling I don't want to talk to you, but I talked to him because I committed, and I didn't want to talk to him because they were offering me something, and it was about making a program, a autoresponder program. So like you could do a course, like an online video course or an written course, which I could totally do. I've done in the past. And just in talking to him, I was like, seriously? This is why I don't have ideas for that, because it's just one more thing. I'm already supposed to be editing a book. I already have all those things up on my vision board. I'm trying to manifest. I'm already doing my YouTube channel. And then I have 2 other channels that I'm supposed to be taking care of as well. And for one of them, that requires editing. And I'm just like, seriously, you want me to edit? Now, I've been doing stuff this week. I've shifted. Just this awareness that I was afraid of being in public speaking has made a difference. And I've been shifting and starting to feel like I'm getting more accomplished. And so maybe I've been in goo and now I'm becoming that butterfly. Maybe when I was thinking that I was starting to fly, it was because I had the purpose of shifting into that chrysalis thing. I was making that chrysalis, and maybe making that chrysalis was what felt so alive and amazing. And then, as Andrew put it, a piece of you has to die in order for you to fully come out and to shine. A piece of you has to turn into goo so that it can be remolded and retransformed and become the butterfly. I know I'm not shining my brightest. I know that I'm not fully sharing my message like I want to be. So I obviously am not full on butterfly yet. Maybe I'm a butterfly in the cocoon still. I don't even know. I'm so sorry about this cough. It's better today than it's been. I don't feel like this is going to be the most inspiring video, but maybe it's exactly what you need to hear. I'm open to that. I'm open to maybe you're in a place like that. Maybe you're in a place where you feel like you have to go in and cocoon. I know I've been missing watching Anne, and when I asked her where she was, that's Come Learn and Grow with Anne. That's the name of her channel. And I just adore her. And I really miss her videos. And when I asked her where she is, she said that she's taking care of her root chakra. Sounds to me like she's going in and taking care of one of the epic healers that's in this place of needing to take care of self. And that's what I'm realizing is that I do need to take care of myself some. As just a few minutes ago, I was thinking a part of that is getting clarity, knowing who you are, writing down who you are, answering that question. The longer the answer, the better. So who are you? Ask yourself that. Who am I? I know that one of the things that I say about myself is that I am an Empress of Peace, daughter of deity, heir to the throne of the Most High. When I say that, it's empowering. And that's a part of who I am. That's a part of what happens when I say I am Michelle. Everything that I believe about myself comes out in my name. And so hopefully I'm believing amazing things about myself. Hopefully I'm recognizing that I am doing good things. I am making great choices and I'm a good person. and that comes across in my voice, that it comes across when I say my name, that I am Michelle. Another another one of my phrases, I haven't said it enough to have it fully memorized, but it's I motivate as a bold, courageous, joyful, creative, enduring leader. There we go. I got it all in. And if I believe that about myself, then that too will come across in my name. And maybe that's a part of becoming a butterfly, is memorizing, or not memorizing, about ourselves, that we are amazing, that we have incredible gifts that come from being who we are. And when things feel like they're a little rough, maybe it's just a part of a cycle. Actually, I'm thinking about a cycle, and I'm really curious. Really curious. Okay, so Kirk Duncan, he's the one I've been going to his trainings lately. He talks about cycle, and he talked about how in his cycle, like a person's going along and they're feeling great, and then they start to feel like things are a little off balance. And then as they're going, and it's because they've started down this loop. Let me grab a piece of paper. Hold on. Look at the ceiling for a minute, guys. So that's what you want to do, right? We're going to use pink because pink is cool. Okay. I'm here again, and I'm going to draw this. But I don't want you looking at the ceiling. That's not fun. Okay, so this is the path. You see the path? And you got your person walking along the path. Do. Okay, and then they have this little thing. See that dot? This little thing that they trip on. Okay, so you trip on this thing, and when you hit there, you start doing a loop. Use this loop thing, and I'm just going to draw the whole loop. Okay, so here's this loop. So you trip in the loop, and when you're right here, you're just feeling like things are a little bit off. Like you're not really sure what's going on, but you're feeling like things are a little bit off. And then you keep going on this loop, and you feel like things are really off, and if you're not careful, that you might fall. Well, according to Kirk, you will fall. It's his belief that you have to go through the entire process to keep going. I don't know if that's 100% true or not, but that's his belief. And so then you fall, and now you're down like on the ground because you fell. Okay, so you fell. And now you feel like now you're under, you just keep going. Okay, well, that was weird. Guess that one's got arms. So now you feel like you have the weight of the world on top of you. And then, that's my little guy crawling. You start crawling up the other side. And you'll even feel like they feel like they're about to fall, or they have the weight of the world on them, or they're crawling. They feel like they're crawling out of a pit because they're in a cycle and they're coming out of the cycle. So eventually they'll come up and they'll start to feel like they're feeling a little more balanced as they get around here. And then they're headed back down on the path again, right? Until they get over that one thing. But see, it's just this tiny little point. Actually, hold on, I want to switch markers. Look at the ceiling again, guys. Hey, look, there's my vision board. Rotate device. I will in a second. Okay. There and back. Okay. All right. See that little tiny point? That's what starts this whole cycle. I think this is what people go through when they feel like they're going through the Phoenix cycle. Maybe it's a different cycle. I'm not sure. They feel they're going through that. And if they come across whatever that little thing that tripped them up on the cycle, if they don't figure out what that is, and then they'll come across it again, and then they'll be in that cycle, and then you feel like you should be farther along in life than you are. He took and kind of measured how far. Did he have a string? I think he had a string, and he measured how far along it was to go that whole distance around the loop, and then he stretched it out, and he's like, this is why you feel like you should be farther ahead, because you feel like, because you traveled that whole distance but you haven't gone anywhere, versus if you would have kept going straight, you would feel like you were way farther ahead. I don't know about it. Or it's an audio thing you can listen to that teaches about the cycle, and it teaches about how to find what that point, that trigger was, and then figure it out. And he's gotten to a point where he figured out and recognized this isn't a cycle, so he could get through the cycle faster. And so one cycle he had was 9 months long, and then he got it down to like 3 months long, and then he got it down to like a week long, and then he got it down to where it was like 4 hours long, so that he would go through everything in the cycle. I wonder if that's what's going on. Like, I'm not sure if it's something like that, or if it's just this stage that I'm going in before I come out and shine. So that's kind of where I'm at. This isn't super instructional video, but I think there's tidbits of awesomeness in here, right? So thanks for watching, guys, and have an amazing night. Sleep Master, I don't know if you kept watching. If you did, thanks, and sleep well, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Oh, and remember to let your soul shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Turn it on. No, I said stop.